during the discussion session using the raise hand feature on your Zoom toolbar. So your active will contribute to your participation score. Okay. So let us proceed to the recorded lecture from Dr. Amirul. I will now play the video.
Rahim. Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Amirul Faiz bin Muhammad Azmin and I'm from University Malaysia Kelantan. And first and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Prof. Vidya Paramita, Prof. Minir Lamid, Dr. Zulfi Nur Almida Rashada and Universitas Airlangga for the kind invitation to deliver this general lecture today. And it is truly a pleasure to be here with all of you today. And right now, I will be discussing the important topics which I would like to share with you guys on the topic of the issues, challenges, focus strategies to increase the buffalo production in Malaysia, especially if we would like to focus on the nutrition aspect. And as we know that buffaloes right now they have played a vital role in Malaysia's livestock sector, and yet their production still face many hurdles, and particularly in terms of the nutrition. Throughout this session, we will explore the key challenges, limiting factors, especially on the buffalo productivity, from the feed availability to dietary quality, and also we will identify the effective strategies to enhance their growth and performance. By addressing these issues, actually we can work towards a more sustainable and productivity buffalo industry. Before I start my presentation of class today, allow me to briefly introduce myself. Actually, I hold a PhD in animal nutrition from University Putra Malaysia and completed in 2023. And prior to that, I earned my master degree from the UPM in nutritional sciences, and my bachelor degree is from University Technology Mara from the UiTM. And currently, I'm serving as a senior lecturer at the University Malaysia Kelantan, where my focus is on advancing research and education in animal nutrition. And over the years, I have had the privilege of collaborating with the esteemed institutions from the Indonesia, such as IPB University, Universitas Brawijaya, Universitas Shah Kuala, Universitas Sebelas Maret, Polytechnic Negeri Jember, and also with the BRAIN. And throughout this collaboration, I believe that I strive to contribute to the development of sustainable livestock nutrition strategies, particularly in buffalo production. And I also look forward to sharing insight with you today and engaging in meaningful discussion. Okay, on this slide, before we dive into today's discussion, let's take a moment to outline the key objective of this lecture. First, we will identify the key issues and challenges that currently affecting the buffalo production. And these challenges range from the feed availability, quality, and management to the broader industry constraints. For the next objective, we will explore the importance of nutrition in buffalo production. And we know that proper nutrition is a crucial factor in achieving the optimal growth, reproduction, and productivity. Yet, it remains one of the biggest challenges in the industry. And finally, for the objective of this lecture, we'll try to discuss in terms of the focus strategies to optimize the nutrition for sustainable growth. And by the implementing this scientifically big feeding practice and strategic supplementation, we can improve the productivity, profitability, and long-term industry sustainability. And with this objective in mind, let's begin our discussion for today. Okay, for this slide, as we can see from the figures, is the one of the livestock products that come from the buffaloes, and we know that buffaloes are a valuable livestock species which contributing significantly to the food production and the economy. And their main livestock product actually can be categorized into the three key areas, which is contributed by the milk, meat, and also the draft power and the byproducts. Okay, as you can see from the milk from the buffalo milk actually is a richer in fat and protein as compared to the cow's milk, and make it deal for the producing dairy products like cheese, butter, and yogurt, and it is highly valued in many countries for its nutritional benefits. For example, in the India and also from the European country. And for the meat, buffaloes, okay, buffalo meat also known as a Cara beef, okay, and for this Cara beef, actually they has a leaner and a lower in cholesterol than the beef, and it's important protein source in many regions, and is widely used in a processed meats product. For example, in India also they export this meat to the Asian country like Malaysia and also in Indonesia. Lastly, this buffalo also can be a draft power and also byproducts. In some areas, these buffaloes are still used for the plowing fields and transportation. Additionally, their hides, bones, and dungs have various industrial and agricultural uses, such as for the leather product and also organic fertilizer. And main country that use this draft power and byproduct actually for India. Okay, and then and all these products actually I can say that is highlight for the improve the economic, and also can improve the nutritional significance of buffaloes in livestock farming. In this slide, we will learn about type of buffaloes breeds in Malaysia. As you can see, on the left picture is Morah buffaloes, and on the right picture is the Swan buffaloes. And you can see the different of in terms of the characteristic of these buffaloes. And okay, in Malaysia, as you can see in Morah buffaloes, this origin for this buffalo is come from India and Pakistan. Okay, and the of these Morah buffaloes mainly for the reproduction. And as you can see, for the physical appearance for these Morah buffaloes, they have a black skin, they have curl horn, and they have a compact body as compared to the Swan buffaloes. And for milk production, for the Morah buffaloes, they have a high production, which is these buffalo can able to produce around 6 to 12 liters per day. And as you can see, for the Swan buffaloes, okay, this buffalo is origin from the Southeast Asia and China, and the purpose of these buffaloes mainly for the draft work and for meat purposes. And for the physical appearance, okay, for these buffaloes, they have a stocky built body, they have a grayish skin and long bodies, and also have the curved horn, okay. And then usually for these Swan buffaloes, they has a low in terms of the milk production, which is this buffalo can able to produce around 0.5 to 2 liters per day. And these Swan buffaloes also it thrive in wetland areas, and it is often used in the paddy field, plowing, and transportation. So I would like to talk about the current status about the demand and supply of the beef in Malaysia. Okay, as you can see in the figure on the left side, the numbers population in Malaysia currently have increased 2.3%, and the numbers of the population in Malaysia right now have reached 34 million people. And we know that there is a demand for the beef due to the increase of the population. And we know that Malaysia's demand for the meat, especially for beef, and currently is steadily increasing due to the rapid of economic, due to the population growth, and also due to the changing consumer preferences. and we know that currently Malaysia produces around 52,000 ton of beef in annually, but while the market demand is still surge high around 191,000 tons, and this creates a large supply gap, okay, which is leading to the higher beef imports to meet the local consumption need. And with a growing population and the rising purchasing power, actually it's crucial to focus, especially on the boosting the local beef production. Again, which is we need to including the buffalo farming in order to reduce the dependency on the imports, and also in terms of the enhanced the food security. Okay, for this slide, I would like to share with you guys about the buffalo status in Asia by the ranking of the countries, okay, in throughout whole Asia. Okay, you can see the green arrow. In Malaysia, the growth pattern from 2002 until 2017, the growth population of buffaloes have negative in result, around reduced 22%. And surprisingly, in Indonesia also have the same pattern in Malaysia, which is they have also in drop in the growth buffalo population around 39%. And as you can see on the right side, this is the reported by the Department of Veterinary Services in Malaysia from 2014 until 2023. We can see the trend is slightly decreases from 2014 until 2020, but the trend has shows positively increased from 2020 to 2023. Okay, actually, what I can see from this picture or from this data, okay, both countries actually have shared the common challenges that have contributed to the decline, including in terms of the land conversion, low reproduction rates, declining in terms of the interest in the buffalo farming, and also they have a limited access to the quality feed and veterinary services. Okay, and all the factors actually, okay, this downward trend raises the concern for the food security and livestock sustainability. Okay, and then therefore the strategic intervention are needed to revitalize the buffalo industry in the both nation through the policy support, proper breeding programs, and also have a better or improve in terms of the nutritional strategies, especially in the buffaloes issues. Okay, from this part, okay, we know that already that buffaloes have long been a valuable resources in Malaysia by providing milk and meat for the local consumption. However, their numbers have been declining from 2002 until 2020, and these numbers we see that declining and their full potential remain untapped due to the traditional farming methods and also limited productivity. In Malaysia, here's the good news. Okay, since 2021, targeted efforts such as a breeding program, a proper program for better nutrition for buffaloes, and farm support policies that have been introduced in the most farm in Malaysia, and what is the results? A 10% increase in Malaysia buffalo population have gained in 2023, and this progress actually shows that that with a sustainable farming, genetic improvement, and a strong farmer support, actually we can revitalize the buffaloes industry. And moving forwards, is all about the keeping this momentum to ensure a thriving buffalo sector for the future generation. Okay, as you can see here on the right side, this is the article that I've used for do some references to collect the data about the buffalo's production in Asia, and you can just Google it if you want to further readings about the buffalo husbandry for sustainable development of the small farmers in India and other developing countries. And I also attach with you guys the link the about the perangkaan ternakan means that the reports of the livestock numbers that have been collected in Malaysia since 2023 to 2024. For this section, we will try to look on the role, challenges, and impact of the buffalo production on the sustainable development goals. Okay. Okay, we know already that buffaloes actually they are more than just animals because they are the backbone of agriculture in many Asian countries, and they play a vital role in ensuring the food security, the rural development, and also the sustainable farming. Okay, we talk about the key role in agriculture. First, buffaloes, we know that they are major source of the milk and meat. Okay, like I've mentioned in previous slide. Okay, and then this buffalo also providing high quality nutrition to the millions of people. And countries like India, Pakistan, they are really heavily relying on the buffalo milk for their dairy industry, and making it as a crucial part for making daily diet, for example, for making cheese. Okay, and then for the second part, buffaloes also they support the rural livelihood. Okay, livelihood, and also many small scale farmers, they depend on them not only for the food but also for the income generation. Okay, and for when we talk about the income generation, it referring to these most of the Indians peoples. Okay, they are selling buffalo products such as milk, cheese, and meat, and this also can help the farming families sustain their livelihood. Okay, and then lastly, buffaloes also contribute in sustainable agriculture, which they help in the land preparation, and then reducing the need for the heavy machinery, and their manure is a natural fertilizer and enriching the soil health and reducing the chemical usage. Okay, and when we talk about the challenges in terms of the nutrition, okay, by supporting the buffalo farming, we are not just strengthening the agriculture. Actually, we are ensuring the food security, improving the rural economies, and also promoting the environmentally friendly practice for future generation. However, one of the biggest challenges, like I said, is nutrition. Why? Because poor feeding practice are able to limit the buffalo growth and productivity. Okay, for example, can I give is many farmers they rely on low quality crop residue. Okay, for example, low in terms of the quality of the nutrition profile. For example, they feed the animals with the low crude protein value. Okay, which at the end of the day, which lack of the essential nutrition and will affect the buffalo performance and also productivity. Okay. On the third part, I would like to touch about bit about the impact of this ruminant production on the sustainable development goals. Okay. When we talk about these SDGs, okay, there are several SDGs that touch with this buffalo production in this world. Okay, for SDG 2, SDG 12, and also SDG 15. Okay. Okay, addressing these issues align with the several sustainable development goals. SDG 2, we talk about the zero hungers, okay, which is the SDG 2 is talk about the enhancing nutrition and also the food security. Okay, we know that when we have a better buffalo nutrition means that we will have a higher milk and meat production, and also we can able to improve the food security in that countries. Okay, while for the SDG 12 is part of the responsible consumption and also the production. Okay, The example that can I give is when we have a sustainable buffaloes, okay, farming, it can able to ensure we have the better efficient resource use, and also we have an efficient reducing the waste that output from the buffaloes, okay, by raising the buffaloes. Okay, when we talk about the SDG 15, is referring to the life of land. Okay, how do we efficiently use the land, okay, and also efficiently use the sustainable agriculture. Okay, and the example can I give is proper land and pasture management able to promote the environmental sustainability and prevent the land degradation, okay, by improve the buffalo production. Okay, so by improving this buffalo nutrition and also farming methods, okay, can able to boost the productivity while protecting the environment and ensuring the sustainable future for the buffalo farming in Asia. Okay, now we move to another slide, which we try to discuss about why is buffalo production in Asia struggling. Okay, and then we know that buffaloes, they are strong and valuable, but their numbers are not growing as they should. Okay, why? Let's break it down. Okay, we know that there is very many issues and challenges that facing by this actually related to this buffalo's production. Okay, okay, one of the factors is due to the declining interest. Okay, and many young people, they are prefer do the city jobs over farming. For example, many nowadays teenagers, they like working at the office as compared to do the working at the farm. Okay, and aging farmers right now, they are started to retiring, and now is taking their place. And for example, a village once full of the buffalo farmers now has only a few elderly caretaker left. Okay, and then there is no legacy to do the something job at the farm, especially in the buffalo farm. Next factor is due to the low productivity. Okay, weak genetic and poor nutrition mean buffalo grows slowly and produce less milk or meat. Okay, for example, a farmer breeds buffaloes with a low milk yield is because of they has a lack access to better the genetic pool. Okay, and then that's why we need to ensure that farmers has raised the proper genetic buffalo, so that they can able to have a high in return and also high profit. For the third factors is due to the inadequate infrastructure. Okay, and we know that buffalo farmings, they need a better facilities to have a better performance. Okay, many farms, they have lack a proper storage for feed like silage and hay, okay, and can cause affect the growth performance and also hurt health of these buffaloes. Okay, example, during the dry season, okay, farmers currently just struggle to they are struggling due to they have no stored food for their buffaloes. If we didn't have any proper facilities given to the farmers, okay, most of the, for example, the pellet, okay, most of the, we call it as the corn or others feed that we kept at this store. Okay, this all this feed can potentially to get a mycotoxin or infected by the any microbes. Okay, bad microbes. And then when we fed the animal with the affected or contaminated with the bacteria, they also affect the gastrointestinal tract of the animal and can cause this animal get the stomach upset. Okay, for the fourth factors is due to the limited veterinary services. Okay, sick buffaloes often don't get timely treatment due to the shortage of the vets. Okay, and then for example, a buffaloes with a common infection takes a weeks to recover because no vet is nearby at their places. On the fifth factor is due to the economic constraint. Okay, we know that feed and supplement nowadays are very expensive. Okay, and then farmers currently struggle to get a loan to pay the feed and also the supplements. Okay, and then small farmers want to expand their livestock, but due to the limited constraint to the economics, they cannot afford the quality feed or get the bank financing, and also affect lah their livestock production. Lastly, due to the knowledge gaps, yeah, which is referring to the many farmers don't know the best ways to feed their buffaloes or use the local feed efficiently. For example, okay, I can give is a farmer currently they like to waste their money on the expensive supplements when the local alternative actually could work just as well. Okay, and then lastly, I can say that these challenges actually are not impossible to overcome. Okay, with a better education, improved facilities, financial support, and the modern farming techniques, buffalo production actually can thrive again. Okay, by addressing this problem one by one, I believe that we can ensure a sustainable future for buffalo farming and a food security. Now, we will look into the key nutritional issues in the buffalo production. Challenges in animal nutrition and why it matters. Okay, imagine you are trying to run a marathon on a diet of only plain rice. It sounds tough, right? Well, actually, there is many farm animals they are faced due to the poor quality feed. Okay, so now we will look into the what kind of issues that contribute or affect in the buffalo production, okay, especially in the nutrition aspect. First, one of the factor is feed quality and availability. Okay, most animals they rely on the low quality ravagers like straw and dried grass. Okay, which these two type of feed actually they are lack of nutrient, and just like the humans, we need a balanced diet. And how about the animals? Animals also need a better feed to grow for strong and for produce more of the meat and milk. Okay? Feed also is not always available in year round. Okay, some seasons are good, and also some season will, for example, during the rainy season, it also affect the grasses. Okay, and then that's why we need to see the availability of food during the different season. So to our animals is still in a good production. Second factor is the nutritional deficiency. Imagine eating only biscuit every day. Okay, actually you will feel weak and unhealthy because a lack of the nutrient. Okay, animal also miss out on the important nutrient like the proteins, energy, and minerals, and which is this will be leads to slow growth and poor reproduction, and also more diseases can come. For example, the animal will face the ketosis and can also get the acidosis. Okay, the third point is high feed cost. Okay, we know that good feed is not cheap, especially nowadays the protein in the market right now is very high, especially in the ruminant as well in a poultry in a poultry production. Okay, and many farm right now they are dependent on the imported concentrates which drive are more costly to and burden the farmers. Okay, and farmers also currently struggle to balance the quality and affordability. So if the farmers can cope and give the better nutrition to the animals, the animal also tendency to get the sick. Okay, and last point is the common factor is water accessibility, because what, water is a life. Okay, I can say not just for us but for animals as well. Okay, many farms don't have enough of the clean water, and this issue actually can making these animals weak and less productive. So what I can see is if we fix these problems, okay, we can have the healthier animals and happier farmers and better food production for everyone. For the current nutritional practice in buffalo farming, And we'll talk about the buffalo feeding practice, what's happening on the ground, okay, what's happening in the farms, okay. Ever wondered what's on the menu for our hardworking buffaloes? Okay, let's take a quick look at how farmers feed them. Okay, first, in the current nutrition practice, we can see about the common feeding practice. Okay, usually the small scale farmers and big commercial farm, they use different feeding methods, but they all rely on what's available on their farm. Okay, and many still follow the traditional feeding methods because, well, that's how it's always been done. Okay, and we actually have lack of knowledge in terms of the new technology, especially in the buffalo farm. Okay, second is traditional feed sources. Okay, most buffaloes, they are grazing on natural pastures on the, and or they eat the crop residue like rice straw and corn stalks. Okay, and it sounds okay, right? But these feeds, okay, don't always have the enough nutrition needed for the top performance of the buffaloes. Okay, so we need also top up with the supplementation and also give a better way solution, especially or for example, we can give the good silage. Okay, and the third is the third point is seasonal changes, seasonal challenges. Sorry, for example, for the rainy seasons, can plenty of fresh grasses, and during dry season, not so much in terms of the plenty of fresh grass. Okay, and with the feed quality and quantity, actually it can changing. Throughout the years, okay, because and from that, buffaloes actually they are struggling to maintain the good health and the production. Lastly is due to the limited use of the supplements. Okay, extra nutrition actually like the protein rich feeds and formulation actually could help, but not all farmers use them. Okay, because what? Because all these they are quite costly, and also the farmer also sometimes they have a lack of knowledge in terms of how to use the supplement and how to give the animals. Okay, or just sticking to the old habits or the traditional farm methods. So what I can say is buffaloes, they are tough animals, but better feeding can make them even stronger and more productive. So how do we bridge the gap? So let's talk about this, how to mitigate this problem. For this part, we will discuss about the strategies for the nutritional improvement in the buffalo production. Smarter feeding will get the stronger buffaloes. So what if buffaloes could get the right nutrition all the year round without breaking the bank? So let's dive into some game-changing strategies. Okay, first, one of the strategies is by promoting a balanced diet. Okay, just like we need a balanced meal, okay, buffalo also need a proper formulated ration to grow strong and produce more milk. Okay, instead of the expensive imported feeds, okay, like concentrate the high cost. Okay, why not we just use the cost effective option like the agro industrial byproducts, things like a palm kernel cake, rice bran, and also brewery waste, which can be nutritious and affordable. Okay, next is the improving the forage quality. Okay, we know that the better grass, better buffaloes. Okay, we need to grow the high yield nutrient rich forages to give them the best. Okay, and then also multi cut for the crops. Okay, plants and also plants, okay, can be harvested several times a year, help also keep the food supply steady and nutritious. Okay, and also can ensure that all our animals get the better and nutritious forages. Okay, the third point is by silage and also hay making, which is feed that lasts. Okay, what happen when fresh grass is not available during that time or during this rainy season? Okay, we need to store these feeds to the rescue. Okay, and also preparing of the silages for example, the fermented feed, okay, and also making the hay and dried grass, okay, so can be a life saving during the drought season, okay. And then it also can train by preparing this item. We also indirectly we training the farmers on these methods, mean this buffalo will never go hungry, and no matter during season this animal will get the nutritious feed, okay. Lastly, I would like to emphasize also by we need also to give the mineral supplementation to the animals, okay, because even though this is the missing piece, okay, but it is very crucial nutrient which also can help in improve the production of the buffaloes, okay. Even with a good feed, okay, buffaloes still lack key minerals like the calcium, phosphorus, and salt, okay. Simple solution like mineral salt, okay, mineral block also can also potentially and also proven able to boost the immunity, fertility, and also productivity. So better nutrition means healthy buffaloes will provide the more higher milk yields and happier farmers. And with these simple changes, we can supercharge the buffalo farming for the future. Okay, now we will discuss about the role of technology in nutrition management. We know that smarter feeding will get a better results. Okay, what if the feeding buffaloes was easy as using the smartphones? Okay, well, this technology is becoming the reality by the helping of the AI, artificial intelligence. First, we able can use digital tools to monitor the feed efficiency and nutrient intakes, okay, by using the by phone only, okay, by digital tools for the smarter feeding program, okay. Imagine we having a fitness tracker for the buffaloes, right. Digital tools actually now helps to monitor feed efficiency, so farmer knows exactly what's working and what wasted, okay, at the farm. So this means less feed waste and better solution for healthy animal can be constructed, okay. And then secondly is by using the mobile apps, which is all the nutrition you can use by at your fingertips, okay. And then by this developing of the mobile apps, it also can guide the farmers on how to making the diet formulation, okay. And then from this app also can recommend the farmers what is the concentrate and what type of the diet that are suitable for the farmer on that day. And then in order to boost their performance, okay. But this term also we need to rely on what kind of the factor of the animals, for example in terms of their age and also the production needs on that day, okay. And then from that we are no more getting what the condition of the animal just doing the smartphone. By helping by the smartphone, we can get balanced feeding. On the third point is precision feeding, and no more one size fits all, okay. Just like the humans, they have a different dietary needs every day, and buffaloes also, okay. Precision feeding give each buffaloes exactly what it needs, okay. Not too much, not too little, just optimum, and less cost will be produced by the farmers, okay. And this help also save money, reduce waste, and maximize the productivity of the farm, okay. And lastly, leveraging AI for early detection of the nutritional deficiency. So what if buffaloes could tell us and they are lacking by using the smartphone only, okay. Before, if we late to treat this animal, the animal could lead debts and also can cause the risk to the farmers and can cause the kerugian lah on the farm, okay. And then we know that early action can get the better healthier animals and higher profit, and giving the higher profit to the farmers, okay. So with the technology, I can say we can feed the buffaloes smarter, not harder, and it's time to embrace digital tools and revolutionize the animal nutrition by using the AI technology. In this part, I will talk about the research and development in buffalo nutrition. Okay, so the future of the buffalo nutrition. So what if we could make feeding buffaloes better, cheaper, and more efficient? Well, the research world is already working on it. Okay, for example, in Malaysia, there is one of the several plan strategies in order to improve our buffaloes production in our country. Okay, so one of the ways and one of the strategy is we need to make the collaboration for the better feeding. Okay, University and Agriculture Institute actually they are team up to improve the feeding practice for the buffaloes. Okay, and the expertise. Okay, for example, in the buffalo and also in the feeding, in the reproduction part, and also in the feeding part. Okay, they all together and be a team. Okay, do a research and how to create a healthier and more efficient diet, and helping also the farmers to feed their animals with a smarter and also with a strategized and very cost effective. Okay, on the second point is do the research on low cost, high nutrient feeds, and so from that, for the expensive feed, we have no problem on that because we have a new formulation to lowering the cost. Okay, researchers are currently discovering a new feed alternative that are not only affordable but also packed with the nutrient for the buffaloes need to thrive, and also to boost their production. Think of using the local crops or waste products in a ways that are both cost effective and nutritious. On the third part is we also do the testing innovative feeding methods. Okay, the pilot projects are the test run where the new feeding technique and technologies are put to be tested. Okay, and this project also help the farmers try out the new ideas before they go to mainstream, or ensuring the better nutrition with a fewer risk to the animals. Okay, and then lastly, we also in the agency we do the workshop and training program because the learning will be made easy. Okay, regular workshop and training program are helping the farmers to get up to speed with the latest in the buffalo product in buffalo nutrition and also production, and this has on session actually teach practical skill. So we give the usually we give the module to the farmers to do especially on the technique, the proper way to raise their animals in the farm. Okay, so from that, so farmers can able to apply the research back methods to their farm right away. Okay, and then through this collaboration, research, and hands-on training, we are turning the buffalo farming into a smarter, more sustainable business, and together we can create a healthier and more productive future for the buffaloes and the farmers alike. Next, I would like to talk about the policies and economic support which is can helping the farmers feed the buffalo smarter. Okay, so what if governments and policies could make the feeding buffaloes easier and more affordable? So let's see how the right support that can make all the difference. Okay, for the first point is we need to give the government need to give the subsidies for the feed production to support for better fodder. Okay, imagine if the farmers got the government support to grow high quality fodder, especially for the main food for the buffaloes. Okay, so actually subsidies can make it cheaper for the farmers to grow the better crops and ensuring the buffaloes always have a nutritious feed to thrive on. Okay, second point is give the incentive for the supplement use for ensure for boosting the nutrition. Okay, supplements like minerals and vitamins are great for buffaloes, but they can be expensive, right? But by helping by the government, okay, by offering the financial incentive, making the supplement more affordable and encouraging farmers to use them regularly. Okay, this means that healthy buffaloes will at the end of the day will give the higher productivity and also profitability to the farmers. Okay, third point is we need to also get the support for the cooperative feed mills. Okay, especially farmers helping farmers. Okay, by setting up the cooperative feed mills, okay, farmers actually can produce by their own quality feed together, and also can reducing the cost and improving the feed quality. Okay, working as a team, okay, means everyone can get the access to affordable, high quality nutrition for their buffaloes. Okay, with the right policies and economic support, okay, we can make feeding buffaloes more efficient, affordable and sustainable, and benefiting the farmers and the whole industry. For this part, I would like to give just briefly the information about what the research that I've done during my PhD back then at the University Putra Malaysia, which I personally did the research on the animal nutrition. Okay, which is I formulate the diet and see the effect of the diet toward the growth performance of the buffaloes in Malaysia. And this project was funded by the Ministry of the Science and Technology, and have been conducted at the University Putra Malaysia. So the title of my PhD project before this is the effect of the dietary supplementation on the rumen fermentation, growth performance, carcass quality, and the profitability of the farm buffaloes. So Alhamdulillah, throughout this project, okay, I've managed publish around 7 papers, okay, and then these 7 papers is come up from this solely under the nutrition part of the project. So why I conducting of the study? There might be a problem before I conduct the study. Okay, one of the problem for this farm actually before this, okay, in 2017 and 2018, this farm actually they have still undergoing the improper feeding management, which is the animal could reach 400 kilogram, okay, within 4 to 5 years after the weaning period. Okay, but in other study in India, Brazil, and also in Philippines, okay, with a proper feeding management, okay, by giving the concentrate and also a few proper supplement, okay, the animal could reach the 400 kilograms, okay, within 2 years only. And as you can see from the Malaysian before this, the in term of the in term of the growth pattern, okay, from Malaysia and also the other countries, we can see the other countries able to reduce 2 to 3 years, okay, in term of to reach the market body weight. Okay, for your information, market body weight for the buffaloes, okay, in Malaysia is 400 kilogram. So that's why we need to improve our feeding management in order to ensure our local buffaloes also can able to reach 400 kilogram within 2 years. So what happened if the farm they are still giving the improper feeding management? Okay, first of all, as you can see into the growth pattern, of course they are slowly in growth, which is in order to reach 400 kilogram, it took around 4 to 5 years. Okay, and it also support with other findings. Okay, previous finding also shows that if we give the animals with the improper feeding management, for example, giving no supplementation with low energy and low protein diets, the animal could also get a loss of the body condition score and also affected on their rumen microbiome population, which is related to the gastrointestinal tract. Okay, so the animal will get the stomach upset, and in terms of the carcass and meat quality also, the quality also reducing. Okay, and also the animal also can get the nutritional disorder, for example ketosis and others diseases related to the nutritional metabolic disease. And for information, in my study, I have formulated the diet by using these 3 feedstuff. We are using the Brachyra decumbens, and then concentrates, okay, and then also bypass fats. Okay, the bypass fats actually is the supplement if we're giving the animals. Okay, this bypass fat will not digested in the rumens, in the rumen area, but it can able to digest it only at the through stomach, okay, at the fourth stomach. And if you looking on the anatomy of the ruminants, it located at the fourth place of the stomach, okay. And this bypass fats can be digested only when the pH of the solution is below than 3.5, okay. And we know that it will not digested at the rumen, because rumen fluids, the pH is around 6.5 to 6.85, okay. And then the diet already formulated, okay, which is they have three group in this diet, which is the one group will fat with only Bracharia decumbens, only the grasses without supplementation. Diet B, we mix the 70% of grass and 30% of the concentrate, okay. And diet C, we put 70% of grass, 26% of the concentrate, and 4% of bypass fat, okay. And then as you can see, this is the nutritional profiles, okay, for every each of the formulated diet, okay. And as you can see, diet B and C, of course, they will increase high in terms of the crude protein and also energy, and also either extract or crude fat as compared to diet A, okay. And then for your information, this diet and this feeding trial have been conducted for 2 years, okay. And then at the end of the 2 years, okay, we tabulate the data, okay. As you can see, we use in this study two type of the breeds animals, okay, which one is a Murrah crossbred buffaloes and also the Swan buffaloes. We fed with the same diet, okay, and also we tested also the different type of the breed, and we would like to see the performance once we give the animals with the same diet, or which one the breed will be more performs in terms of the growth and also in terms of the quality of the herd health, okay. And as you can see in this picture, okay, is the average body weight of the Murrah cross and also Swan buffaloes once fed with the similar diet, the A, B, and C, okay. As you can see in this figure, both breeds when we are giving diet C and B have significantly higher in terms of body weight as compared diet A, okay. And then we know that body weight actually is a key indicator of the nutritional and health status in animals. So better body weight, better performance, okay. So as you can see in this part, supplemented diet in diet C and B contribute to better weight gain and improve overall the health in the both breed. And throughout this study also, I did the serum biochemical profiles, and we managed to collect the blood every 2 to 3 months, okay, until at the end of the feeding trials, okay. Alhamdulillah, all the blood parameters were within the normal range when compared to the standard healthy animals, okay. And according to previous study also, is also in line with our finding, which a proper ratio of concentrate bypass fat supplement actually introduced in the basal diet of buffaloes will not give any adverse effect on the blood biochemical profiles. From this finding also, I will summarize, okay. I will not give the details about the finding that I found in here, but in general, okay, for these parts, our diets, okay, diet B and C, which is by supplementing the concentrate also bypass fats, okay, and also different type of breed also significantly influence the livestock performance, carcass strength, and also meat quality, okay. Okay, in this section, I just want to share with guys the cost-profit analysis from this study. Okay, after we introduce the new supplement in this farm, okay, of course, the diet increased 5 to 7 fold, means that the price if I convert to the Indonesian rupiah, okay, the normal price before this, before we introducing the supplement, the price only 1,680 rupiah. But once we introduce the supplements, it has been increased to around averagely 9,355 Indonesian rupiah. Okay, but we know that high risk, high return, and high we call as a cost at first starting to giving the to buy the supplement, but at the end of the day we will get the higher return. But we know that once we invest a bit, okay, the money on the supplement, okay, in the return we're able to reach our buffaloes, okay, to 400 kilogram within 2 years to 2 years and a half, okay, and which is in line with the other studies that has been conducted in Philippines and also Brazil. Okay, alhamdulillah, the net profit also increased, okay, one to two folds, which is after we selling the buffaloes either in the live weight or after the slaughtered weight, okay. But this price is the after the we sell the animal in based on the selling live weight, okay. Once we convert to rupiah, before this the price only 4.8 million per animal, but once we because it's referring to the body weight of animal after 2 years, because they couldn't reach the 400 kilogram, okay, the less than 400 kilogram. But once the animal able to reach 400 kilogram, the buffaloes could able to be sell around 13.3 million rupiah. Okay, so we can see the net profit that will be gained by the farmers is around 1 to 2 folds, okay, higher as compared to the control group. So in this part, I would say in my studies, the diet A giving the lowest profit, diet B moderate profit, diet C will give the highest net profits. So in this part, also effect on total feed cost and body weight, supplementation able to increase the total feed cost significantly. However, significant body weight gain able to lead to a higher selling price. So the conclusion of my study, I conclude that the use of supplemented diet practice toward the buffalo calf according to the rearing of the both breeds, okay, Murrah Cross and also Swan buffaloes, giving a better extent of the efficiency in terms of growth performance and giving a better income generation for the buffalo farmers. Now we will turn to the last slide. Okay, what's the take-home message that I would like to give to you guys? Okay, lastly, I would like to say that nutrition actually is a key driver of the productivity and sustainability, and we know that focus strategies able to backed by research and policy support, able to can address the nutritional challenges effectively. And lastly, together we can ensure thriving buffalo farming in Asia. Last but not least, I would like to say that ternak mendukung ketahanan pangan, memajukan SDG 2, which is zero hunger untuk dunia tanpa kelaparan. Okay, thank you all for your attention. It's been a pleasure to sharing these ideas with you. And I would like to extend my gratitude to the committee for giving me the opportunity to present today. And if you have any question or would like to discuss detail about this topic, feel free to text me or reach out via my emails, and I look forward to hearing from you. And Assalamualaikum and have a good day.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was a very insightful presentation delivered by Dr. Amirul. Now we have about 15 minutes for our discussion session. So for the student, please you can ask the question through the Zoom chat box, or you can ask directly to Dr. Amilur using raise hand features. Okay, I think we got some question here from the chat box. The first is from Santika Wulandari. I will read the question, Doctor. Thank you for the time, Doctor. What is the direct relationship between low feed quality, such as the dominance of poor quality rabbits, and the occurrence of buffalo pox? Is there a certain nutritional threshold that, if not met, immediately trigger production stagnation? Okay, Dr. Amirul, time is yours.
Okay, thank you everyone for thank you also for the question. So I will read again. What is the direct relation between low feed quality, such as the dominance of poor quality roughages, and the occurrence of buffalo pox? Is there a nutritional threshold that is not met immediately trigger the production stagnation? Okay, I just give the general answer for this question. Okay, as you can see, we know that currently some of the issues that have been triggered by many countries. We also have a facing low quality refuges. So when we talk about low quality refuges, with the insufficient energy and protein intake, can able to suppress the rumen function, reduce dry matter intake, and also can drive the buffalo into the negative energy balance. So what happen if the animal they have facing the negative energy balance, they're prone to be facing with they come with the metabolic diseases. For example, the animal can get the ketosis, okay, the imbalance of the energy, okay, and can cause the immediate biological shift from productive activity to the survival mode, especially on the production, growth, and also reproduction pause. Once the dietary crude protein falls below around 7% of the protein lah, and also metabolic energy drop below the maintenance threshold.
Okay, Santika, is there any follow-up question? Santika Wulandari.
No, thank you, doctor.
Okay, so we move to the next question from Benedictus Andri. What supplements are effective for enhancing milk production in buffaloes?
Okay, in terms of the milk production, if the practice from my farm, actually in our university, we have used several minerals and also mineral blocks. Okay, usually the mineral block, sometimes we add also the antioxidant properties, the vitamin, the trace mineral like zinc, copper, selenium, and also vitamin A and E, because this supplement actually is many studies have shown that this can able to improve the milk production. Sometimes we also can add bypass fat or bypass protein, but I would recommend to use the bypass protein for the milk for the animals, because they can able improve the quality of milk and also the production itself. And some of the mineral also we can add into modified additive. For example, is a bioflavonoid, and also a phytonutrient, something based from that plant. Okay, for example, the citrus plant, vitamin C based, the tannin, and also antioxidant from the natural sources lah. And I believe that in Indonesia itself, they have many studies related to the tannin, the extract from tannin from the plant, okay, especially for wild type plant, okay, and then and some of the vitamin also we can give to the animals by we cooperate either directly to the feed staff, or we can use cooperate with the we solute with the water supply directly in daily.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Amil. So, Benedictus Andre, are you here? Is there any follow-up question?
I'm sorry. Hello, Dr. Amiru. How are you today?
Alhamdulillah, fine, thank you.
Terima kasih ya. Thank you. You have already give the material. I think it's very important for our student. And I hope in the future you can come to our faculty in Surabaya.
Inshallah.
And you want to go to Bromo with your wife?
Inshallah.
It's okay. Yeah. Regards for your wife, Mashida. Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Ya. Oke, Dokter Sulfi, silakan. Ini mohon maaf ya,
Okay.
tadi saya lupa nih tadi kalau ada guest lecture. Saya lagi sakit ini, badan saya kurang, saya kena flu. Saya flu ini jadi tadi malam sudah ke dokter. Oke, dokter, adakah student mau bertanya? Silakan. Ini bagus ini ya mengenai kerbau ya, about the buffalo ya.
Yeah.
Ya, ya wes.
Okay.
Oke. Kenapa?
Okay, thank you, Prof. Mirni. So, we have next question, Alia Rahma Amira. Are you here? You want to ask directly, or I will read your question from chat box? Maybe you want to ask directly. You can open your cam and you can ask directly to Dr. Amirul. Is Alia Rahma here?
Yes, doctor, I'm here, but the connection is kinda not good, so I just not opening my camera. So, doctor, thank you for the explanation. I want to ask, like, from the policies and economic support aspect, do the financial incentive really encourage farmers to use a good nutritional supplement for the buffaloes, or are there any other barriers or obstacle? Thank you, doctor.
Okay, when we talk about the financial incentive that can able to encourage the farmer to use the good nutritional supplement, okay, when we talk about financial incentive, actually financial incentive actually can encourage the farmers to adopt the good nutritional supplement for buffaloes. It's very what can I say? It's very terbukti, and when we give the incentive, the farmer will get very motivated. Okay, but their effectiveness actually limited by the barriers such as of low farmer awareness. Okay, the weak extension services, inconsistent supplement supply chain, okay, risk averse in terms of decision making, and also the perception in terms of the immediate cost outweigh for long-term productivity gains. Okay, when we talk about the low farmer awareness, usually this when we talk about the low farmer awareness, it related to the we talk about the educational status lah. Okay, some farmers they didn't have any basic knowledge in terms of how to raise the buffaloes. Okay, so when the farmers didn't have any a good education background, okay, or lack of knowledge in terms of the farming system, the profit I would say will not get a positive feedback lah. Okay, so the waste money will be one of the factors when the lack of knowledge, especially in terms of management, didn't give it to the farmers.
For the answer, doctor.
Okay, next for Herlita Adwa Zauja. You can ask by yourself directly to Dr. Amirul. Herlita Adwa. Herlita Adwa.
Iya, dokter. I'm
Ya.
sorry. Yeah, thank you, dokter. How can we reduce high feed costs? Can nutritional issue in buffalo production? Is it possible to supplement the buffalo diet with local feed rather than importing it? The reduce cost and eliminate dependence on imported feed ingredients. And which is better, local or imported feed? Thank you, doctor.
Okay, thank you, Arita. So based on your question, is it possible to supplement the buffalo diet with local food rather than importing and reduce costs? Okay, from my opinion, yes, the nutritional deficiency actually is a major constraint, especially in buffalo production. And it is feasible to supplement diet using a locally available feed resources to reduce the cost and dependence on imported ingredient. And however, the superiority of the local versus the imported feed depends on the nutrient density and consistency lah. With the local feed, actually they can be offering the economic and sustainable advantages, while imported the feed actually often provide the higher and more reliable nutritional quality.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Doctor.
Okay.
Thank you, Rita. So next, Farisa Sofia. Farisa Sofia.
Yes. Wait. Thank you, Doctor, for your informative sharing session. I want to ask, which is the specific mineral deficiency makes buffalo sick or weak the most often, and what are the common disease will come from that? Thank you, Doctor.
Okay. I will take the example from our farm lah, it's most related. Okay, usually it depends on what the season. For example, currently in Malaysia, they have facing with the flood season. Okay, so many plant currently, for example, for the grasses that we plant, they have a quite low in terms of the certain nutrition or the micro minerals. So if the animals have using this grass that we cut during the flood season. Okay, the animals sometimes when we check the blood profile, some animal will have usually calcium and phosphorus deficiency. Okay, and among all the mineral, I can see most of the buffaloes are prone to get the phosphorus deficiency, most frequent causes buffalo, because they become weak or sick, as directly impacts with energy metabolism, can impact on the bone strength, the appetite, the reproductive function, leading to the reduced the growth performance, poor fertility, and also the overall debilitation.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, next we move to the question from Elizabella.
Thank you for the presentation, Doc. I want to ask, how can buffalo farmers improve the nutritional quality of grass when most farmers usually rely on grass that grow naturally around their home because they don't have land to grow grass? Terima kasih, Doc.
Okay, actually, buffalo farmers actually with a limited land, they are able to improve the nutritional quality of the naturally growing grass by managing the existing forage to become better, treating the low quality refuges, and providing specific supplement. Okay, for example, forage management technique with no extra land needed, with actually in terms of timely harvesting, rotational grazing, they can use the natural fertilization and also a proper weed management lah. And then also what another one question on the homes. Okay, for the we also can apply the several technique by feed the treatment with the supplementation. For example, by giving the urea treatment, add legumes in term of the TMR, total mix ration, provide the mineral supplement, provide the proper concentrate feeding ratios, and also provide also the ensiling or haymaking if possible, if you have the sources.
Okay, thank you, Doc.
Okay, we move to Keisa Rusli. It's your turn to ask your question.
Okay, good morning, Doctor. Thank you for the informative presentation. First of all, I'd like to say, originally my question is sort of related to a previous question that has been answered, so I'll change my question a bit. So you mentioned that in the drier seasons, the silages and hay, they would be very dry and not be super nutritious to the buffalo. I'd like to ask is it possible to find an alternative to replace them, or is the only solution the one you mentioned before, which is storing the silages and hay during the not dry season? Okay, thank you, Doctor. Is my question clear?
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, good question. Okay, actually, during the flood season, we also have mitigation in order to correct again the nutritional management for the buffalo farm. Okay, usually in Malaysia, we know that the silage we are using the normal grass, for example, Brachiaria nudicola. We're using the Napier grass, right? But in our side, we also have abundance of the rice straw. I think Indonesia also they have a rice straw, right? We try to convert this rice straw into the haylage. Okay, similar like the silage, but we're using the term of the haylage. Okay, because the dryability is quite is high. Okay, and then we know that first we know the from the my study itself, I also found that the Roma fermentation of the buffalo actually is better than the cattle. Okay, why? Because the Roman microbial population in the diversity of the Roman population of the buffalo, actually they have a diverse and have the ability to adaptation in various of the season. Okay, and then the tendency of this buffalo to get the bloat or kembung perut, I'm not sure the terminology in Indonesia, the bloating cases is very rare and low as compared to the cattle. Okay, when we try to shift the diet or the TMR during the certain season, and what we practice in our farm, actually we have a new product in UMK which we call as enzyme activity, enzyme extraction from the fungus. We know from the Ganoderma and also Schizophilium commune, which is to this enzyme extract. We try to cooperate with the rice straw, and then this enzyme can able to degrade of this rice straw, and we treat also a bit with the urea to degrade all the silica and also the lignin content. So when we giving this rice straw, the ensilage rice straw to the buffalo, they're able to get the more nutritious. And then we know that buffalo also they have ability to convert from the non-nutritious to nutritious one, which this the Roma fermentation can able to extract as much as the nutrient from the rice straw itself as compared to the we giving to the cattle.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Geisha Rusli, for your active participation. We move to the next question from the Ayla Zelfa. Ayla Zelfa, it's your turn. Ayla Zelfa is still joined with us. The question from the Ayla Zelfa, Dr. Amirul. Thank you very much for the incredible, valuable, and insightful explanation of the material. I would like to ask regarding the point on the slide that poor quality roves dominate diets. What are the most practical and sustainable focused nutritional strategies for smallholder farmers in Malaysia to routinely increase the digestibility and protein content of these low quality roves? Okay, that's the question.
Okay, thank you for the question. Okay, when we talk about the four smallholder farmer, regardless of the Malaysia or Indonesia, the most I would say the practical and sustainable strategies is to improve the low quality roughages are using the forage preservation technique like silage and hay and supplementing a bit with the locally available protein sources, for example, legume forages, all seed cake, or the minimal of the urea or ammonia treatment increase the fiber digestibility, but make sure you didn't give them more than the recommended, because we would want to have a urea toxicity. And also integrating some of the crop residue with high quality green fodder routinely to enhance the protein content and also the overall the nutritive value.
Okay, thank you, doctor. So we move to the next. Dwi Vina Salma, it's your turn.
Okay, thank
Vina.
you. Okay, thank you, doctor, for the informative presentation. I would like to ask, how can nutritional management help reduce environmental health risks, considering that buffaloes rely heavily on water access to maintain their welfare and productivity? That's all, doctor. Thank you.
Okay, can you how condition management help reduce the environmental health risks, considering the buffalo rely heavily on the system and the welfare and productivity? Okay, we talk about the nutrition management. Actually, nutrition management can reduce the environmental health risk by first optimizing the feed quality and composition to improve the digestion or also the nutrient utilization. So thereby they are able to reducing the excess nitrogen and phosphorus excretion into the water sources. So by providing the balanced ration, also minimize the overgrazing and also the soil degradation near the water point. It can able to ensuring the buffalo maintain the welfare and productivity without the contaminating shared water resources.
Okay, doctor. Thank you.
And next, Michael Dodi Rudianto, it's your turn.
Hello, Professor. I want to ask this very simple question. So, when you're talking about buffalo in Malaysia, you're talking about like swamp and Murray buffalo. I want to ask if is there any other buffalo in Malaysia or like the surrounding country that you haven't mentioned yet? Or is there only like Murray or swamp buffalo in Malaysia? I want to know because in Indonesia we have a lot more variety of buffalo that isn't just Murray swamp. So I want to know why.
Okay, yes, beside the Murrah and Swamp buffaloes, actually Malaysia also have a crossbreed buffaloes, Murrah cross Swamp. So either it dominate either Murrah or Swamp is depending on how the F1 or F2 of the genetic development. Okay, we have a crossbreed buffaloes, Murrah cross or Swamp cross developed by the combined high milk production with adaptability to tropical condition. And the purebred Mediterranean or river type buffaloes also are very rare in Malaysia, and mostly they are limited to the experimental or small scale herds. And the majority of local buffaloes population actually remain either swamp type or Murrah influenced crossbreed. So even in our farm also mostly they have a swamp type and also the Murrah crossbreed. The Murrah pure actually the numbers in Malaysia is quite low right now. There's a decline due to the cross. We try to cross out because they want to adapt in the Malaysia season. The Nili Ravi have, but not most of the state we have a Nili Ravi breed.
Thank you, Professor, for answering my question.
Okay, thank you, Michael Dodi, for your active participation. Next, Alodia Ganes, it's your turn. Alodia Ganes, yeah.
Thank you for the insightful presentation, Doctor. I would like to ask whether milk production in swamp buffalo, which naturally yields lower quantities compared to Murrah buffalo, can be improved through nutritional intervention or feed additives, or if its genetic limitation makes such improvement minimal. I'm also curious whether crossbreeding between Murrah and swamp buffalo is considered an effective approach to enhance milk yield while retaining the adaptability of the swamp type. Thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, for the crossbreed. Okay, thank you for the question about this. Okay, when we talk about the milk production in some buffaloes, okay, actually, though they naturally lower than in Murrah buffalo, we know that the swamp buffalo is quite dominant in as compared to the Murrah buffaloes in Malaysia. They can be significantly improved through the nutritional intervention and feed additive, okay, such as by the high quality forages, protein and energy supplementation, giving the mineral and vitamin fortification, and also rumen-friendly feed enhancer, for example, by using the bypass fat or protein, because by improve the nutrient intake, able to enhance the rumen efficiency, metabolic health, and also lactation performance. And however, the genetic potential actually still set the N as the upper limit So we talk about the cross-breeding Murah and also the swamp buffaloes. Actually, it's considered as effective strategy to enhance milk yield in Malaysia while retaining the swamp buffaloes. Actually, its adaptability to the tropical environment. As a crossbreed combined Murah, they have a high lactation potential with the swamp traits like disease resistance, heat tolerance, and ability to utilize fibrous local feed efficiently. And for example, I can give the swamp buffalo's diet. Supplement that we can give is legume silage, Leucaena, Leucocephalum, palm kernel cake, mineral vitamin premix, which is all these additive or all the supplement actually they can highly recommended because many studies have done by using this additive can able to improve the milk yield 20 to 30% as compared to the grazing alone.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Okay, sorry for Selvania Antonia. I think I skipped your question. So it's your turn, Selvani Antonia.
Okay, doctor. Doctor, I want to ask, how does artificial intelligence or AI diagnose nutritional deficiency in buffalo? Thank you, doctor.
In terms of the artificial intelligence, okay, how AI diagnose nutritional deficiency in the buffaloes. Okay, we know that AI system diagnose deficiency by analyzing the biological science and the production data, feed quality, and also the environmental inputs. By comparing them to meta data, they can able to train the model to detect the abnormalities. Okay, they have one of the faculty in our university, which is called the faculty of the science data or AI. AI. We also cooperate with them to do the one mini project we call as an image-based diagnosis by the computer vision, which this AI tools can able to analyze the visual signs using the camera or smartphone image to detect first the cold dullness. We can say that these animals have the low energy protein deficiency. In terms of by scanning the skin lesion, the animal will have a lack in terms of zinc, copper, selenium deficiency. And actually, by using this computer vision models, they can able to identify the pixel level pattern that human often miss now.
Thank you so much, doctor.
Okay, next question come from Aulia Rahmawati. It's your turn.
Okay, thank you, doctor, for your opportunity and insightful presentation. My ask a question whether Murah and swamp buffalo have different requirement of the rumen degradable protein and under degradable dietary protein under tropical condition like in Indonesia, and how this difference affect their performance, especially in the dairy production compared to the meat production. That's all for me, doctor. Thank you.
Okay. To the question, what Murah have a different requirement for RDP or UDP and evolution, and how these differences affect their performance in their production? Okay, yes, Murah and swamp buffalo have a different nutritional requirement in terms of the rumen degradable protein and also undegradable dietary protein under tropical condition, which actually they can be direct affect their performance in dairy versus in terms of the meat production. Okay, in terms of the Murah, which is we know they have a high milk producer, they have a higher RDP and undegradable dietary protein requirement to support the elevated microbial protein synthesis, amino acid supply, lactation. And we know that when inadequate of the rumen degradable protein, they're able to limit the rumen fermentation and also microbial insufficient of the undegradable dietary protein, they can restrict the essential type of amino acids for synthesis, and from that, optimizing the both RDP and UDP can able to improve yield and composition. When I talk about the swamp buffaloes, primarily for draft or meat, they have a lower protein requirement, okay, particularly in terms of the undegradable dietary protein, okay, because the growth and maintenance dominate over the milk production. So their rumen efficiently utilize the fibrous tropical forage, so the excess of the RDP or undegradable protein actually does not proportionally increase in terms of the amount of growth. But I would say that if we give a proper ratio, I think that both animals can able to improve their growth performance. So we talk about the effect on the production for both in dairy system. Murah Buffalo, they have responded strongly to the high quality protein supplementation. So in meat system, we will talk about the Swan buffaloes. Actually, they perform efficiently on the lower protein with high fiber diet.
Thank you, doctor.
Okay, next, Maizatul Hasya, it's your turn.
All right. Hi, doctor. Good morning. I would just like to say thank you for the very nice presentation. My question is purely out of curiosity, if you may. Do you think, given the impact of climate change and the feed cost increasing day by day, right? Do you think relying only on traditional feed is still the best strategy for buffalo production today? Thank you so much, doctor.
Have to impact climate change, feed costs, we can rely on the traditional feeds. The best strategy to production. Okay, so when we talk about the relying solely on the traditional feeds, is no longer the best strategy for the buffalo production today. Because as the climate change and the rising feed costs, okay, actually can able to reduce the forage availability, nutrient quality, and also overall the productivity. Especially we need to integrating the improved forages. We need to practice silages and also use the local agro-industrial byproduct. And by giving that, also the strategic supplementation is more sustainable to ensure the consistent in terms of nutrient supply, enhance the growth, reproduction, and also the milk yield under the current tropical condition.
All right, thank you, doctor.
Welcome.
Okay, I think the last question from Adelia Mutiara Pramita. It's your turn.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, doctor, for the presentation. I have two questions. First, it is possible to develop an integrated nutritional system model to predict national buffalo production in Malaysia by accounting for feed resources, nutrient status, environment factor, human performance, and farmer socio-economic condition. And my second question is, how do VFA or volatile fatty acid production ratio before between cattle and buffalo on identical diet, and do buffalo show a metabolic tendency toward acetogenesis as adaptation to high fiber tropical? Thank you, doctor.
Okay. First question you ask, can the integrated nutritional system model be developed to the predict national buffalo production ratio by incorporating the complex interaction among feed resources, micronutrient room for one, and also economic farmers? For answer the first question first, one by one. Yes, actually the integrated nutritional system model actually can be developed to the predict national buffalo production in Malaysia by combining the data on the feed resources availability that I said previously, micronutrient content, the environmental condition from the weather, okay, from the flood season, the rumen fermentation dynamic from the data we get from the previous research, okay, we can also incorporate together, and also the farmer socioeconomic practice, such as this model would allow the simulation by using the algorithm to simulate of the production outcome under the different feeding strategies and management intervention, and also the climate scenarios supporting by the policy planning and sustainable intensification. Okay, for answer the second question is, how do the durations of the volatile fatty acid production differ between cattle and buffalo when they are fed identical diet? How does the buffalo get? Okay. In terms of the second question, regarding the from rumen fermentation, buffaloes feed identical to the cattle often shows a higher in terms of acetate to propionate ratio, reflecting the greater fiber digestion and also rumen cellular activities. This metabolic actually bias to the acetogenesis enables to the buffaloes to efficiently extract the energy from the high fiber tropical forages, okay, enhancing their adaptation to the fibrous diet, whereas cattle tend to produce proportionally more the propionate for the gluconeogenesis. That's why I said that the more of the cases in reported, especially in Malaysia, in our vet hospital, most of the issues when we change the diet, when we introducing the same diet to the animal, like I said, for the cattle and also the buffaloes, the cattle usually have the prone to have a bloating cases as compared to the buffaloes. So when we did the further study in terms of the rumen microbiome population diversity, so we can see that the buffaloes, they have a better environment, the rumen population as compared to the buffaloes. Okay, as compared to cattle. Sorry.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, next, I think the last question from the Dr. Emmy Kustanti. She asked, "Good morning, doctor. May I ask what supplements are good for increasing immunity and productivity for local buffalo in Indonesia?"
In Indonesia, I think for answer that question, in terms of both of the season in the Malaysia and also the Indonesia, we have same weather. So I think I would suggest some of the when we talk about the diet we would like to give to the animals, actually we need a proper better proportion of the grasses, the concentrate, the proper supplement. Okay, but in our weather, actually, I would suggest if the supplement, they have quite high in terms of the protein, a little bit of the antioxidant properties. Okay, for example, the citrus or like the curcumin extract, we can also incorporate together. Okay, the herbs. Okay, so from that they can boost the immunity of the animals.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Amirul, for your